beauties. What's up, everyone? It is your girl Jail Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna do another 5 things from old school YouTube I can't let go, complexion edition. So originally when I did, I was just talking about trends from like the early old school YouTube days that I refused to give it up. Like, y'all know I still do my triangle concealer. I don't care what you're talking about. You can do that 1-2 cute little line if you want. Sister girl got dark circles and bags underneath here that last for days. So it's like, I need my extra concealer. Do as you please though. So when I did that, that's when you all found it interesting. So I figured maybe I should do it when it comes to like old school things from the YouTube community that everybody used to rave about 100 years ago that they don't even talk about, mention, or think about anymore. Now, I think a couple of these things people actually still do talk about. I heard Too Much Mouth talk about one of these things recently. And then I see other people still using this old school thing till this day. So that says how awesome it is right there. But we just gonna do foundations and concealers today just to see how you like this video. And if you like some more, then I'll do some more, because we can do high-end version, which I'm doing now, high-end luxury, and then we can do drugstore and complexion, and then I can do like eyeshadows and like, you know, bronzers and things of that nature, because y'all know it's all types of different makeup things that have been hyped up for years and years, and then people just haven't talked about them in years and years. So since something new always comes out, so let's get started on this portion. So I'm starting with something that they don't make anymore that I said Too Much Mouth talked about. This is the Cover FX Power Play. So they have the concealer and the foundation. I wear the concealer in the shade G Deep 2, and then I wear the foundation in the shade N90. So these are some from old school YouTube. I ain't letting go. I don't care. Cover FX, I don't even think makes this anymore, and I know they don't sell Cover FX at Ulta anymore. I heard they don't make this anymore. I didn't actually research it and see, but I've seen it still on Beauty Bay. So if you want to get it, maybe you can get it there. But sorry, this one I'm not letting go. I literally just put this on this week and gave y'all an Instagram picture with it along with some eyeshadow. Honey, I'm not letting my Cover FX go at all. If I was real petty, I'd have came in here with the natural finish that Jaclyn Hill raved about, was talking about was so wonderful. If I want to be petty and be like, I'm not letting go of that either, because I'm not. But you know, we're not doing that. I'm gonna, you know, stick to the most recent one they came out with, since they haven't come out with anything in forever. But the point is, I'm not letting it go. I'm still wearing it. I'm still rocking it. It still makes me look amazing. I don't care what you're talking about. I am not letting these go. Get your mind right. So the next thing I have to talk about is another set. I found myself pulling up foundations and concealer, so I've just like, we just gonna go with it. So the Born This Way concealer and foundation. Y'all know good and well I ain't letting my chai shade go. I wore this week as well. I'm not letting it go. You can make all the noise you want. Who's letting it go? Not me. Especially since Auntie Jackie went out her way to come up with a shade just for us. Who's letting it go? Cause it's not me. I have the shade Chai, of course, which is the shade Jackie wears. If you didn't know, Jackie, Andrea, Renee, and myself all wear the same shades and foundation. So if you ever need a foundation reference besides me, you can check out Andrea Renee's channel, or you can check out Jackie, because we all wear the same shade. But I wear the shade Maple in the concealer. Now Jackie and Andrea don't like their concealer as light as I like mine, so they wear the shade after this one. I forgot what the name of it is, but this is the shade Maple. I wear the shade Maple, and I'm not letting either one of these go. I don't care what you say. I don't care that Jared and his husband left. I don't care. What I'm not doing is letting this foundation and concealer go. It's not happening. So you can get over it and move on with your life. It's not happening. Just free yourself of the idea of me letting go of that, because yeah, we're not doing it. Looks amazing on the skin, and it does everything I needed to do, so we're not letting it go. I don't care how you feel. Thanks so much. Okay, bye. Now both of these they're not necessarily a matching set, but they're both from the same brand, so I'm gonna hold them up at the same time and show them again. My Luminous Silk from Giorgio Armani, and my Power Fabric Concealer from Giorgio Armani. We're not letting them go. No. This is the late great Mel Thompson's, one of her favorite concealers. It's one of my favorite concealers as well. I got I think I have like 2 or 3 of these, and I think I've actually used up one of these, so I'm on. I love this concealer. It's not going anywhere. I wear the shade 8.75 when it comes to concealer, and when it comes to foundation, I wear the shade 11.75. This combination is absolutely amazing. Now they do have a Luminous Silk concealer, but it came out more recently than the Power Play one did, which is why I'm showing this instead. I do have the Power Play foundation in the bathroom. I don't use it nearly as much as I do this one, just because I feel like this one is just so beautiful and gorgeous, and I have to have it. So this is one of those things from old school YouTube. I try to dig back deeper into Crazen with the Too Faced and the Power Play, because although those have been out for a little while, I feel like Giorgio Armani's Luminous still has been out for the longest, because I remember when I first started YouTube, everybody was talking about this foundation and how wonderful it was, and I was like, that's high. But a shout out to my girl Beauty Deals BFF. As usual, she came through and found it for $34, and I was like, I'll buy it now, thank you, taking, grabbing, snatching. And then I was like, oh, okay, now I see why y'all think this is so wonderful, because it is. So this is an old school YouTube product I'm not letting go. And I'm not letting go of this concealer either. So you best figure out what you're gonna do. Because, you know, if you think I'm gonna get rid of it, you're sadly mistaken. Okay, so we only got one product left. I couldn't find a NARS foundation that I had that wasn't new that I was willing to put in this video. But however, my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade of Mine, you're not getting this. You're not. I heard that's supposed to be discontinued. I hope it's a lie. Look how deep in there I've dug. Like, I've actually used up a full one of these, because I had one here at my grandmother's house and I had one at home, and this is the one I had at home because I fully used up the one that was here at my grandmother's house. So yeah, this is a product you ain't getting out of me. You can't have it. No, you best go about your business, because I'm keeping this concealer. It blends so beautifully on the skin. It gives a nice amount of coverage, and you don't have to use that much. I hear people talking about how they carve underneath their brows with this. I think it's what's the name, is either Dr. Ash or the Fancy Faces that they use this to carve underneath their brows. I think I've heard Makeup by Anne Marie said she uses this to carve underneath her brows too, or clean up underneath there, if I remember correctly. But I'm like, yeah, this is a product that's amazing that I feel like people were talking about when it first came out and talked about, but they don't really talk about it anymore. But I don't care, I'm keeping mine, you know. They can get rid of theirs. They could have used it up and went on to the next product. That's fine. But those are the things I'm not letting go of. So those are my, well, not necessarily 5 things, but those are my things from old school YouTube that I'm not letting go of. You can comment down below and tell me if you still have any of these, if you still use any of these regularly. Like, I literally used like all that stuff in the last 2 weeks except for the NARS concealer. But I've literally used like everything else I just showed you. I'm not playing with y'all. When I say I'm not letting it go, that's what I mean. It's not going anywhere. Oddly enough, none of that stuff is on my face, but I had to test out a primer, and I just grabbed the stuff that was on the bathroom counter as opposed to putting some of that stuff on, because normally I try to put the stuff on so you can see how it looks. But I have the Mented Beauty stick foundation on my face today, and I have on Jacqueline's concealer, because those were the 2 things that were sitting on the counter in the bathroom, and I just need to grab something and put it on my face. So otherwise I'd had, you know, some of that stuff on. But you can see the pictures of how the products look on my Instagram page, Beauty87. One picture I had the Too Faced foundation on. I believe it's the one that I have the what video is that? That I have the Metropolis palette on. That I believe that's the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. And then the Power Play one I tagged and said that I had on the Cover FX Power Play foundation and concealer on. So you'll know which one those are. So the next one I'm thinking about doing is like drugstore version of this, and then maybe we can do like some setting powders, because y'all know with some setting powders people use to raise bounce. So I was thinking setting powders and setting sprays, and then we can go into the eyeshadow palettes, and then if it's like bronzers or the other stuff you want to talk about. But I figured like the complexion and eyeshadow is what does best on my channel, so I figured we could start off with those 2 things and then segue off to the other stuff, so that way if you're still interested you can watch. But I wanted you to be like excited when the series first comes out, so I'll give you the stuff that you watch on my channel the most. But anyway, those are my products. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Like I said, comment down below and tell me which ones you like, if you still have them, if you don't have them, if you were inspired to try them based upon what I'm saying. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.